the Discord, when you're coming into it, basically going into the role assignments, this is basically where the biggest changes are. This is where you got to come to get through the core of the system. Um, Come in, you have, if you're a trader or student, those are going to be your green and red dots. That's going to really open up really where the chat room is, the live stream, which this is going to be open for any trader, student, any style really. But you're going to get our watch lists, all of our core data just between those two styles. But most of people that have been around, they are aware of that already. You still have the moderator follows for both Goose and I. It used to be down a little bit further, but I did bring it up above. Now the trading styles, I did add on a few. We do have the penny stocks, OTC, mutual funds, cannabis, IPO listings, auto and EV, and commodities. Now, all these are kind of tied in as well with the next section, which you'll see here in just a second. But all these are basically just your trading styles. It's just a role tag on each member. So you can come over here to any member and you can see if they're a pre-market trader, swing trader. So you kind of have almost a group of people that you can communicate with. And that's where coming in and say, anyone that's just, this is swing trading here, come over to, oh, sorry, got to be on the trader. You're going to have, obviously, the trade chat. At that point, you can come in and tag at swing and actually talk with anyone that specifically swing trades. Same time, you're going to have any resources tied in with, sorry, let me hide all these quick for you guys. You're going to get some of the news section. And so this is going to be anything that's going to be related specifically to your trading style. So you come in here, you choose long term, it's going to pull up anything for that. Same thing for futures or OTC. You're going to get additional things popping up specifically to those dedicated trading styles. So as you can see with OTC with scans, now when I did react, that did pop it up right down here. Now that does go into the next section, the bonus. I'll get into that here in a minute. But the trading news is where everything's going to be at, dedicated to specific trading styles. So you're not getting everything right in front of you. You're only picking and choosing what you want to see. I did notice sometimes if you click to remove it, it may not remove initially. You may have seen that right away when I first clicked on one of the previous styles. Just double click it and it'll actually refresh itself. It's basically a pushback from the bot itself. But going into the third section, we do have two additional styles here for both going short and long on your trade ideas. Now these are not tied specifically to any shorting or swing long term, anything like that. So this is actually a completely different section as well that's going to pop up under your news. This is going to have a dedicated news source. They are coming from Bazinga. Not everything is going to be from Bazinga. You do have other resources throughout that are going to be CNBC, MarketWatch, Seeking Alpha, as well as Wall Street Journal. Now, these are all channels that are specifically dedicated toward those. If you go into each one, I am going to be updating it as I have updated more commands into these recently. But you have top news, you have, I think, rumors as well. It's going to keep pulling and refresh as often as possible. Usually it is going to be a 9 a.m. Eastern push, but people are always constantly going in there and asking for additional news. You can type in the command. They're going to be right up here in the description. You can come and copy whichever command you want. And I'm going to actually have that detailed out for everybody. So, as well as I'm going to have it pinned. So it's going to just be an easy, quick way to pull up additional quick news if you want to see if there's something new, as everybody's going to have that ability. But it will be also a automatic refresh on the daily basis. So, and that's for all 5 different sources that we have currently. You also do have the FDA news, SEC filings. We added political news. This is actually pulling from, I believe, 3 or 4 different sources currently. CNBC and Bazinga are the 2 that first showed up. I got to actually throw in the commands for the other ones, but I will be updating that actually tonight. Same thing with World News. It's going to be pulling in a couple different resources as well, where you got World, Europe, US, Asia. I believe World is actually pulling from Wall Street Journal as well. Again, these are all on a daily push, so anything that's been overnight, it'll get pushed right there at market open. Throughout the day, we have additional pushes that are going through, people requesting as well, so it's not like you're missing any news. Also watch for that little dot to see when something new is there. Finally, the newest of the new is our scanners. We do have 9 different ones built into it, so just choose the reaction you want. They will pop up as you click. Oop. Not sure why that popped up all of a sudden. But alright, so here's the scanners. They're all going to be at the very bottom of your channel list, its own section itself. Each one of these, you can come in, it's going to have a dedicated note at the top. I haven't got a chance to get through it yet, as well as a pin again. But so this one's active penny stocks. Be able to go through, check those out. There's a breakout scanner engulfing candles both bullish and bearish. Doji, as well as bullish and bearish. So you do have 3 different types of scanners on that one. Gap up, I don't think there was a gap down, but we do at least have the gap up for those longs, not necessarily anything for shorts on that one. Inverted hammer, as well as a hammer scan. Harmony, bullish only on that one. Both shooting star and morning star scans, and then a market surge. Now, again, I didn't cover this before, but all of them are going to be on a delay as far as the scans. Most of them are on a daily from the previous day. So after the market closed, actually, as Goose said earlier on. But this one, for example, is on a 15-minute delay. So this is one that you can actually use throughout the day itself. There are a couple others that I'm looking into that may have additional shorter time delays as well. I actually just found that just before the stream, so didn't have a quite quick chance to check those out, but you can see we do have at least the surging up and down. But 9 different scans to kind of test out and work with, and so far I've already kind of looked through a couple of them, and I'm loving the results that are kicking out. In fact, Goose had some great feedback on it earlier as well, just taking a look at a couple of the scans that we had. So excited to get using these and test them out. But again, the role assignment is coming in and turning things on and off as you want them or don't want them. I currently do have just the trader role enabled, and that's only because the main chat room is under the stock trading, and here we are right here. We have, of course, our watch lists that show up for that as well. If you're under just the student role, oh, there's that glitch I was telling you about. Just double click, it'll go away. Student role, this is just where we have all of our places where you can come and learn, talk, kind of advance your learning if you're not necessarily a trader. If you're not wanting to get all that noise while people are talking trades, getting all those alerts, stuff like that. Not everybody has that ability, so we do have that, but at the same time, we do have the actual learning styles, more advanced topics. So check it out, enjoy the features as you want, turning them on and off. We are going to be advancing it as we can. The news sources are pretty limited right now, but obviously we want to give y'all just the best out there without duplicating news or anything like that as well. But scanners as well we'll be adding as we see we have the ability. We are pretty much maxed out. I think there's like maybe 1 or 2 additional that I didn't see previously that I'm going to test out, so make sure that they actually are worthy. So, but yeah, that's pretty much a overview of Discord. Just kind of the announcements haven't been going through lately, but stay on top of the change log. You'll see any of the most recent changes, updates as they go. So I've been putting those quick links in there so you can read the update. You can jump over straight to the role assignment. I mean, it's easy from the sidebar as well, but just a quick way to help you guys out to be able to jump over wherever the new changes are. So the coolest thing obviously is all of our new pandas. Found the source, and that's our new main go-to. We got some animated as well, but obviously the scanners and the role assignments just in general, the news sources, those are our biggest things. One thing I didn't cover were the alerts. That's kind of been in place for a little while now, but we do have OTC and stock alerts. You don't have to have a trading role or anything like that, but you can come in there and see what's posted. Obviously, you won't be able to see history if you haven't been in the server before, but if you go in and you're a trader, you actually come into the server, participate, you can actually get access to you should be able to. I can't for some reason. Let me try this again. Huh. Alright, well I found issue. I will fix that as soon as the stream is over. It's just basically the history is not being able to be viewed for some reason. But we do have a tagging system. Let me see if it shows actually on OTC. Goose, I think you had one in there. Yeah, so we have a role that when you select, you get this role right here. It's the @hashtag OTC alerts, which is a hashtag text channel. So when those are tagged onto our messages, as long as you are having these two channels specifically, your notifications to only @mentions, you will get the notifications. Obviously, make sure if you're on mobile, make sure that your mobile notifications are set up as well. Just go into your user settings and adjust it from there. But with getting those alerts, you can see what news that we're alerting. Again, that's not necessarily something that we're telling you to just jump into and buy. Do your due diligence. Biggest thing, we have our disclaimer. Watch our disclaimer. We're not licensed professionals, but we're here to learn and advance. So, yeah, the news alerts, stock alerts, OTC alerts. Check out those role assignments. People are loving it. Obviously, if you don't want the notifications, turn those off. But at least you're getting that news pushed through. So, definitely looking for any feedback, suggestions, anything else y'all might want to potentially see in the near future. Obviously, we're just trying to create this as a all-in-one go-to place for every resource you can really think of. So Stockbot is obviously, that Stockbot channel is going to be your number one place though. So just remember that anything you want, like any charts, any details about a ticker, anything like that, that's going to be your core spot. But that in our chat room and our live streams on Sunday. So, but yeah, that pretty much covers our server. If you ever need quick links, anything like that. Otherwise, any questions, add a moderator. We'll help you out. Any problems, anything like that. So,